So, you signed up for Desert Brutality 2020. You know what you did was stupid, but you did it anyway. Maybe you were trying to be tactical. Well, take it from the group that knows how to spend more money on gear than practicing that the only way to really be tactical is to get out there and dry fire and practice in your actual kit. So, the next time a Gucci piece of gear comes up for sale, stop and think, what would Dirt Crew do?
This is my match video for Desert Brutality 2020 at the Compass Training Center in Chino Valley, Arizona, February 1st and 2nd, 2020. For this match, I'm shooting an Armored Plus P. This required shooters to shoot while wearing level 3 or higher rifle-rated plates, a med kit, a tourniquet, a fixed blade field knife, and a helmet. Shooters also had to begin each stage with 4 fully loaded rifle mags, 2 fully loaded pistol mags, and at least a liter of water. You also had to carry any tools or parts that you wanted to use for the duration of the match. Guns in Armored Plus P were unlimited, though I was only using a red dot and magnifier AR with my 92 GD, which were both Scout Division legal. My squad began on stage 3, and I was the first shooter of the day. For this stage, you had to shoot 5 poppers using the provided riot shield. Kneeling and supporting the shield on the ground was very helpful for making more accurate hits than other shooters. Not that I was particularly accurate while doing this.
We need someone to run out. Hey! Fourth target. You'll do it?
Hey! When abandoning pistols at this match, the safe condition was basically with all safety features enabled. In my case, that's just the decocker on my firearm. I cleared the pistol as well because it just feels safer to me. RO verified cleared rifles are treated as sticks until they are loaded. Many shooters chose to shoot through these tires from the prone, whereas I chose to shoot them from kneeling because I thought the speed into and out of position would be faster for me. Watching other shooters, it definitely was faster for me to kneel. I finished this stage in 104.86 seconds, putting me 13th in Armored Plus P and 29th overall.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Stage 1 began by running up to a tank trap and engaging 4 steel with double taps. The grenade was just flare. After the steel, 2 paper, and the same 4 steel from this trench.
What a drop! Who cares?
And then 2 more paper up here at this second trench. From here, I had to reload because my shooting on the move was poor. The rest is double tapping steel with pistol while advancing through these fighting holes.
Clear. Good, move up.
Always reload with a full magazine before engaging a spare.
one big thing and two smaller things that are working against me here are that I keep missing the top plate entirely, and the angle horizontally to the spinner was lower and changed the timings. I also didn't square up 100% on the spinner, so I wasn't getting all of the inertia applied that I could have.
I'm hitting low and left. Okay. What was last shot?
177.
Okay.
Time. Slide forward. Hammer down.
Unfortunately, I timed out on this stage, along with 34 other Armored Plus P shooters and 159 shooters overall. This tied me for 9th and 19th respectively.
Stand by!
My last stage of the day was the Casarda Drill Plus P. This began by running up to an array of 3 pistol steel that needed 2 sweeps. After abandoning the pistol, you had to carry the 62-pound kettlebell back to the start position.
Charge the rifle, downrange. Give me a hit, Yost.
And repeat hitting this full-size steel and then safing the rifle.
As soon as it's out of your hand, you pick up that rifle and you fucking move, Yost. Let's go.
Come on, yo, move those skinny
Throwing the kettlebell
Behind your rifle.
and moving up to where it landed until you've made it over the final stick, about 50 yards downrange.
Throw that bell!
Yost, you will fucking make it. Do not quit.
Each of the sticks that you passed was worth a 15-second bonus to your time. There are 2 important things to note while doing this drill from standing.
Yost, let's go.
The first is getting a good throw and roll. Landing it on the handle will help you to get a better roll, assuming that you land it with the bell on the away from you side so that it actually goes forward instead of stopping. The other thing to note is having your gun in your shoulder when you get to the position helps you to engage the target faster.
Get a good shooting stance, Yost. Lean into that gun. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You got this.
This isn't a fucking fashion show!
Let's go! Get into a stance.
I did nick it.
It's all good.
Throw it!
Let's go, Yost. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It's too easy to miss. Keep breathing. Too easy to miss. Breathe. Let's go, Yost. Do not give up. You are too close. Keep it up, Yost. Push. Push, Yost. Do not quit. You are at the very end. You have 1 more to go. Let's go. Push it. Everything you got right now. Hit. Everything you got, Yost. Get it. Do not slow down on me. Do not quit on my fucking range. Now move. Give me a hit. Hit. Get it over that goddamn line. Move. You're over. I need 1 hit. Hit.
Keep it downrange!
It's fucking downrange,
4,
bitch.
8.
These 2 things allowed me to finish the stage in 172.71 seconds, giving me a final time of 97.48. This put me 22nd in Armored Plus P and 69th overall.
Shooter, are you ready?
Day 2 began by shooting a mini-mo target. The center would pop up the head, and then you have to shoot the head to knock it back down. First you engaged freestyle, and then strong hand,
Where am I missing?
Well, you're not missing. Now you're left. High.
And finally, weak hand.
Hand only. Those 2 shots were low right.
Okay, thank you.
Lock on the trigger. Squeeze it nice and easy.
Decock, put it in. Decock, put it in.
After this, you abandon the pistol to move and engage the armored target from the truck. This was a steel target with the center cut out of it, so you had to engage either the head, shoulders, or groin area. From here, we cleared the rifle and moved to the top of this shipping container.
I got down
You had to engage 2 steel in 4 sweeps through this T-slot. At first, I didn't seat this mag all the way, and then I had a light strike or some kind of dud round. There was actually a round in the chamber when the hammer fell this second time.
Dud round, I guess.
And finally, we're in business. For the target on the right, I was trying to aim through the top of the T so that I wouldn't need to readjust my body. I don't think that this was the best way to do it. I should have simply moved and got a faster natural point of aim, and I think I would have been able to complete the stage much faster that way. I completed this stage in 171.73 seconds, earning me 27th in Armored Plus P and 84th overall.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
Stage 4 started at the front of the bay with 2 full-size IPSCs and an IPSC Classic C-Zone target that had to be engaged without the magazine. After reholstering the now cleared gun, we had to grab the tube and run to the first trench. Where we would engage the same full-size targets with our rifle. Double taps were allowed here. Between trenches, you could either show clear to the RO or retreat while expecting the 180. I chose to clear the rifle so that I didn't need to be concerned with where the muzzle went. Especially since I was slung up, with the way I was, I could just drop my rifle and run to the next pit. Unfortunately, my clearing and whatnot has kind of bitten me here. I racked the bolt and the first round failed to strip properly, so I pulled the magazine out and flicked the round out of the top. You might also notice that my sling is wrapped around the handguard, shortening up its length and making it so that I can't properly shoulder the rifle. This is messing with everything, and I didn't have enough space, and I just generally did poorly for making accurate hits from standing, so I end up using the berm for support.
Clear. Hold hard.
This was by far my weakest stage. I took 130.94 seconds, and it put me 4th in Armored Plus P with 148th overall. The final stage of the match began by crawling through these tank traps. I threw an earplug in my muzzle,
Fuck yeah, Yost!
put the cap on my red dot, and flipped up my magnifier to keep as much dirt out of my optics as possible. My size was an obvious advantage for the tank traps. Many other shooters had to get their shoulders through and then stand up to flip the traps off of them, where my thinness just let me slide right through. From there, you moved to a hula hoop and had to shoot 5 small poppers.
That is dirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
From there, you got up and did an iron cross drill on the 2 full-size IPSC targets.
One, two, lean into the gun. 1, 2, come on.
Having my rifle in my shoulder when I got to the position helped me to speed up my time just a little bit.
2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Reload right now. Go middle cone.
Here I overran the position I was supposed to be in, but I still had to finish my reload, so I don't know if I actually lost any time.
Right cone. Then back to middle. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Front cone. Make these hits. Give me 4 hits. 1, 2. 1, 2. Unload and show clear.
Luckily for me, my size made up for my poor shooting and gave me a time of 110.79 seconds, putting me in 20th in Armored Plus P and 48th overall. There was also the option for competitors to participate in a Russian roulette stage. This was a way to absolve 1 penalty from your score. So there's a revolver with 4 fired rounds and 2 live rounds in it that an RO would spin and set up for you prior to tabling. You would then step up, pull the trigger, and if it went bang, you added a penalty to your score, and if it did not go bang, you subtracted a penalty. I did not participate in this since I wanted my score to be the score that I earned, not influenced by luck. Overall, I took 855.81 seconds and finished 23rd in Armored Plus P and 57th overall. Subtracting Russian roulette from the scoring, I placed 21st and 55th. I will be telling people that I placed 55th at this match. I had a stellar time, both shooting and hanging out with the Derp Brew crew. At the range in Chino and Prescott, we went to a couple excellent places, such as the El Paraiso Mexican-Italian restaurant, Insurgent Brewing, Prescott Brewing, and Limoncello Pizza. Particular thanks go to El Paraiso for having 30-some sweaty and dirty shooters roll in with about a 4 or 5 minute notice on a random Thursday night, and they did an extremely good job of handling it. So if for whatever reason you're in Chino Valley for a Desert Brutality or other event of some kind, stop by. Great food, and they had excellent service. Thank you very much to them. Thanks goes also to Carl and Russell, as well as the Compass Training Center for setting up and hosting the match. The Hungry Badger food truck for being great food source at the range, Varstaleka, KE Arms, Brownells, Wise Light, Apex Gun Parts, Polaris Logistics, Vortex, Lee Armory, Voltor, X-Tech, Tactical, MOD Outfitters, MOA Targets, thanks Mitch, We Plead the Second, and Weapon Outfitters for sponsoring the match. You guys all made this happen with your money and time. In Range, thank you very much for getting me into shooting sports and helping me out, because I've become far more physically fit, active, and generally well-to-do in the world due to your content and the introduction you've given me to shooting sports in the way that it's influenced my life and the way that I think about things. I look forward to every new video. Time to keep working on myself and get better for World War III brutality up in Parma, Idaho. Thank you for watching. Enjoy.